Hello and welcome to Krishi Jagran Business, the platform that keeps you updated with all the latest updates of the agri world. This is Yash Saxena. Let's start with the top headlines of the day. There's a good news coming for the citizens of the nation. India is amongst the top 5 performing nations on climate change. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman holds a pre-budget meeting with the stakeholders of agri and agro-processing industry experts. Uttar Pradesh Agri Department warns farmers stubble burning may cost them PMKSN Nidhi funds. Manoj Ahuja signs proof of delivery in Seeds Without Borders workshop at IRRI in Thimpu, Bhutan. Maharashtra CM Eknath Shinde to inaugurate Krishi 2022. Maharashtra sugarcane farmers to go on protest on November 25. Madhya Pradesh government starts delivery service for farmers regarding fertilizer distribution, says Agriculture Minister Kamal Patel. Chhattisgarh signs MOU with the ethanol plant, drones and UAV units. IFFCO-MC conducts farmers meet at Balasar, Bhuj. FSSAI proposes standards for Mithais and Namkeens. 25 AAU students selected for international training. FPO members trained in improving soil fertility. Australian Parliament approves free trade agreement with India. Russia becomes the top fertilizer supplier to India, offers big discounts. Western Sydney University expands ICAR partnerships in climate smart agriculture. Let's have a look at the news in details. The Climate Change Performance Index (CCPI) aims to increase transparency in international climate politics by allowing comparisons of individual countries, climate protection efforts and progress. Based on its climate change performance, India has been ranked among the top 5 countries worldwide and the best among the G20 countries. According to the Climate Change Performance Index (CCPI 2023) published by German Watch, New Climate Institute and Climate Action Network International in Germany, India has risen 2 places to 8th place. Denmark, Sweden, Chile and Morocco are the only 4 small countries ranked above India in the most recent CCPI report, which was released at COP27 in November 2022. No country received first, second or third place. As a result, India's ranking is the highest among all large economies. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman chaired her third pre-budget consultation for financial year 23 with the experts of agriculture and representatives of the agro-processing industry in New Delhi on Tuesday. The Finance Minister has scheduled pre-budget meetings with leaders from various domains this week. In today's meeting, the Bharatiya Kisan Sangh demanded that either the farmers should get the benefit of input tax credit or the input material of the farmers should be excluded from GST. They even requested that subsidies given to companies in the name of farmers should be sent directly to farmers in the form of direct benefit transfer. One of their major demands included a change in the budget allotted for agriculture and farming. The budget should be increased for irrigation and for connecting rivers, demanded the representative of farmers. As requested by the farmers, they want crops like tea, coffee, spices, rubber and coconut to be brought under the Ministry of Agriculture. Moreover, they also put up the demand to bring cow-based organic products into the budget. The Agriculture Department of Uttar Pradesh has warned that it will stop giving benefits of the PM Kisan Samman Nidhi to farmers who are found engaged in stubble burning, leading to air pollution. The first such action has been reported from Deoria, where the department has slapped a notice on 9 farmers accused of burning agricultural waste despite repeated warnings. Confirming the development, Additional Chief Secretary Agriculture Devesh Chaturvedi said that the step was taken to discourage farmers from burning farm waste. It is just a warning to the farmers who are not abiding by the state laws. On this, experts said that the threat of stopping the grant under PMKSN was bound to send jitters to around 2.83 crore farmers who are registered under the scheme. Though there is no provision allowing the state government to stop the central grants to the farmers, the measure would caution the farmers, prestigious central scheme officials said. The move comes days after Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath asked officials to set up district-wise camps to sensitize farmers about the ill effects of stubble burning. Yogi in fact had pitched for fermenting the stubble by adding urea and water. This department has been taking strict actions to bring down these instances of stubble burning in the state. The situation has improved a bit, but there is still a room for improvement. Manoj Ahuja, Secretary Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, signed a POD at IRRI in Thimpu, Bhutan. Seeds Without Borders workshop organized under the Regional Cooperation for Seed Sharing. The event was attended by the dignitaries of our neighboring nations like Bangladesh, Bhutan, Cambodia, Fiji, Nepal, Philippines, Sri Lanka and Vietnam. The prime objective of Seed Without Borders workshop is to facilitate cooperation between national governments, gene banks, researchers, plant breeders, development agencies and farmers. CM Eknath Shinde will inaugurate the Krishi 2022 in Nasik tomorrow. After 2 years, the 18th edition of the 5-day exhibition will be held at Thaker's Dome near ABB Circle along the Trimbak Road. Krishi is India's largest agricultural community gathering. This international agriculture exhibition attracts thousands of farmers each year who come to learn about new agricultural practices and services. The 15th edition will be the pinnacle of agriculture technology and innovation, it is said by the organizers of the event. 300 agriculture companies showcase their agricultural innovation. Needless to say, Krishi as always represent a fantastic opportunity for growth for manufacturers, traders, farmers and anyone else involved in the agricultural sector. The key highlights of the show includes trade fair, agricultural mechanization show, national and international participation seminars and conferences. Agri B2B Meet would be the key highlights of the event. The event's organizer Sanjay Nayarkar stated that the expo will focus on new farming technology being used around the world, as well as the facilitation of young farmers and seminar on variety of issues related to agriculture and problems. Raju Shetty, president of Swabhimani Shetkari Sangathan, threatened a statewide Chakka Jam Andolan on Friday, November 25, to highlight the alleged exploitation of sugarcane farmers in Maharashtra. Shetty, who led two-day protest in western Maharashtra earlier this week, accused the ruling BJP Balasahebanchi Shiv Sena government of turning a blind eye to farmers' plight. The farmer leader stated that SSS would not back down from its demand that farmers receive a one-time payment of fair price remuneration. Shetty also urged the government to relax sugar export restrictions and to raise sugar prices from Rs 31 to Rs 35 per kg, as well as ethanol prices by Rs 5 per litre. He demanded that the sugar mills share the profits from sugar ethanol with farmers. Farmers supply sugarcane to sugar mills. They pay the FRP, which is calculated based on the sugar recovery. It is currently Rs 305 per quintal with a base recovery of 10.5%. The Madhya Pradesh government has provided great relief to the farmers by simplifying the availability of fertilizers. Madhya Pradesh government Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan has taken a big decision in the interest of farmers. Now the service of distribution of fertilizers for the farmers will be available to the farmers at their homes. Giving information about the scheme, Madhya Pradesh government's agriculture minister and farmer leader Kamal Patel said that the government has named this simplified scheme as Ghar Pahunch Seva for the farmers. Minister Kamal Patel has appealed to the farmers that there is no need to panic as fertilizers are available in the state and government will now distribute fertilizers, urea to all farmers, brothers by reaching their home, so that the farmers will save time by spending diesel, standing in long queues. Chhattisgarh government has signed 2 memorandum of understandings MOUs at the Business Summit 2022 at the India International Trade Fair 2022 at Pragati Maidan in New Delhi on Tuesday for setting up an ethanol production plant, drone and UAV manufacturing unit in the state. A MOU was signed between the state government and NKJ Biofuels Rajesh Gautam for setting up ethanol production plant in cooperative sector with an investment of Rs 140 crores, while the another MOU was inked with Manis Best Research Private Limited, Representative Manish Bajpayee for setting up 4,500 drones and UAV manufacturing unit at the investment of Rs 50.95 crores. In the business summit, Chhattisgarh Labour Minister Dr. Shiv Dharia encouraged entrepreneurs to invest in the state while giving information about the industrial possibilities in Chhattisgarh. He maintained that under new industrial policy of the state government, many types of concession and facilities are being given to the entrepreneurs. He urged the entrepreneurs and investors to visit Chhattisgarh and take advantage of the facilities by contributing in the progress and development of the state. Addressing the summit, Chhattisgarh Commerce and Industries Special Secretary Himshikhar Gupta informed in detail the investment and business possibilities of the state. Yesterday, IFFCO-MC conducted a farmer meeting at the village Balasar, Bhuj. The crop discussed at the event was cumin. At the event, they discussed and promoted the usage of farmer products Iruka, Sukoyaka, Hamsuta and Sasaj etc. More than 150 farmers participated in the IFFCO event. The Food Safety and Standard Authority of India (FSSAI) is proposing to bring in standards and labeling norms for traditional Indian sweets, so-called Mithais and Namkeen sector. Sources said that the Food Safety Authority has had several rounds of deliberations with the industry on the same. It is in the process of seeking stakeholder views on the draft Food Safety and Standards Amendment Regulation 2022, which is proposing these standards. The draft regulation defines Indian Mithai as sweet and Namkeen as salty savory products that are traditional and innovative based from Indian heritage and culture. 25 postgraduate students from Anand Agriculture University's AAU will get international training at reputed foreign institutes and universities. This will happen through ICAR World Bank sponsored National Agriculture Higher Education Project NAHEP, Center of Advanced Agricultural Sciences and Technology on Secondary Agriculture Project, which will be administered by the Center of Agricultural Market Intelligence. The total expenditure of training of the students will be borne under NAHEP CAAST project, which will include travel, visa, food accommodation and other expenses. A total of 40 PG students from different colleges of AAU were scrutinized and selected based on academic score, written test, interview, reservation policy and NAHEP guidelines by a selection committee under the chairmanship of Vice Chancellor Dr. K. Kathiria. Anbil Dharmalingam Agriculture College and Research Institute has conducted an interface meeting between the scientists of the college and directors of the farmers producer organization to impart training to farmers on salinity management technology in agriculture field and the technique to improve soil fertility status. Anbil Dharmalingam Agriculture College and Research Institute has adopted Tirchi Malakottai Farmers Producer Company Limited at Manikandam block in Tirchi district. Addressing the meeting, C. Vanirajan, Dean of the Institute, explained about the salinity management technology and varieties released from the Institute and value addition. He also said the paddy variety TRY3 is suitable for quality idli preparation. Try 4 and 5 varieties are fine grains having good cooking quality. He also advised farmers to grow sun hemp and glycidia green manure crops to improve soil fertility status. Chairman of Agri-System Foundations and Vadiwell asked farmers to give preference on the consumer preferred marketing to achieve their goals. Now let's take a look at what's happening around the globe. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has thanked Australian PM Anthony Albanese as Australian Parliament approves the free trade agreement with India. Modi also said that the economic cooperation and trade agreement will be greatly welcomed by our business communities and will further strengthen the India-Australia comprehensive strategic partnership. In response to a tweet by Australian PM Anthony Albanese, the Prime Minister of India tweeted, "The entry into force of India-Australia ECTA will be greatly welcomed by our business communities and will further strengthen the India-Australia comprehensive strategic partnerships." Russia for the first time became the biggest fertilizer supplier to India in the first half of the 2022-23 fiscal year by offering discounts over prevailing global prices, covering more than a fifth of the market share, government and industry sources said. India's fertilizer imports from Russia surged 371% to a record 215 million tons in the first 6 months of the year started on April, a senior government official who was closely monitoring the imports told media. In value terms, India's import during the period spiked to 765% to $16 billion, he said. In the late entire fiscal year, India imported 126 million tons from Russia. India was struggling to secure fertilizers at reasonable prices after the conflict escalated between Russia and Ukraine. Russian supplies were timely and at a reasonable prices. It helped us to avoid possible scarcity, said the official. Fertilizer prices jumped in the world market from March onwards after Western countries imposed sanctions on the fertilizer shipments from Russia and Belarus. Key exporters in the wake of Moscow's invasion of Ukraine combined, Russia and Belarus accounted for more than 40% of global exports of the potash last year. Russia accounted for about 22% of the global exports of ammonia, 1486 of the world's urea export and about 14% of the monoammonium phosphate, all key kinds of fertilizers. Western Sydney University has collaborated with ICAR for research in climate smart farming systems in India and Australia. The university has signed agreement with 7 state agriculture universities to scale up climate smart agriculture research to boost yields of farmers. The agreement was signed in New Delhi at Western Sydney University's SDG Forum with the thought leaders such as Dr. Pankaj Mittal, Secretary General Association of Indian Universities, Dr. Sharat K. Jain, former Director, National Institute of Hydrology, Roorkee, Mr. Anuj Agrawal, Chief Operating Officer, ICICI Foundation, and Ms. Shrivali Krishnan, Senior Program Officer, Global Development, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and on Carleen Maywald, South Australian Water Ambassador, speaking about how they address SDGs in their organization. 14th edition of Poultry India 2022 has kick-started today. This 3-day Poultry Expo has witnessed the footfall of biggest players of the industry from Asia. Starting from today, this event is the biggest in South Asia so far in the poultry industry, taking place at Hi-Tex in Hyderabad. On Monday night, Delhi experienced its coldest night of the season with temperatures dropping to 8.9 degrees Celsius. According to the IMD, the temperature in Delhi was 13 degrees Celsius at 5:30 am today. Lodhi Road had a temperature of 12.21 degrees Celsius, while Najafgarh had a temperature of 13.61 degrees Celsius. The depression over the southwest and adjoining west central Bay of Bengal continues to move west-northwestward towards South Andhra Pradesh and North Tamil Nadu, Pondicherry coast, according to the Indian Meteorological Department early Tuesday. The weather department predicted that it would gradually weaken into a well-defined low-pressure area over the next 12 hours. This was all about the news today. Let's move on to the Agri quiz. The question is on your screen. Which crop was first cultivated in Sri Lanka under plantation agriculture? Option A, coffee. Option B, tea. Option C, rubber, or option D, coconut. You can reply to us on the given number visible on the screen 8800023204. This was all about the news and quiz today. This is Yash Saxena signing off. Thank you.